Hi friends, Dean here with Escape to Gaming. Today I'm excited to share with you my love and enthusiasm for the Xbox 360. Many of last summer I bought, when they first came out after last year's E3, in 2013, they showed this brand new Xbox 360e model that kind of looked like the new Xbox One. And I thought it was a handsome design, streamlined, even quieter, just a hair smaller. And it was really, the reason why I wanted to get one is because you couldn't put a larger hard drive in this one. Back in 2009, I bought a brand new Xbox 360 Elite that came, I think it was with a 120 gig hard drive in it, and which at the time seemed huge to me. I could, install my favorite games on it, what have you, and I loved it. And eventually I bought, off eBay, I found a 250 gig hard drive and bought it really cheap used. And it worked fine, and I transferred the information over, and then I had even more room for more games because I really believe in installing all the games. Anyway, I wanted one of the new ones, the slim ones, because I wanted to keep my legacy of Xbox 360 games going for years. And I knew that if something happened and Microsoft pulled a plug, I wanted to have at least my favorite games installed with the patches, the DLC, all my progress, everything. And so I said, I better get a new one. I'll go ahead and get this new E model. And I bought it, did an unboxing, I did a comparison, I think, between the two. And then I put the thing away in the box and forgot about it. I said, I'll wait until I get, a new hard drive. The hard drives at GameStop are like, $129. So I found a brand new one, 20 gig hard drive for $80 on eBay. And it came with Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and a couple other games that, it basically had codes for the games that you could download. So anyway, I went ahead and downloaded just the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which is one of my favorite Need for Speed games. So I have the entirety of that game in my hard drive, and a couple other games, lots of Xbox Live Arcade games and all that. But anyway, that's kind of, once I went ahead and did this lengthy installation process and went through and weeded out, a lot of games I didn't want, and videos and game trailers and what have you. I went through hundreds of files and cleaned everything up before I did the transfer. I had the sense of sadness that came over me. I got sentimental over my old, 2009 Elite that has never given me a problem. I had to wait till August of 2009 before I even bought one, so I was chomping at the bit to get one. And that's kind of what this whole rant's all about, is my feelings and recollections on how much the Xbox 360 has meant to me as a gamer. So I think it was, 2005 or whenever the Xbox 360 premiered. Back then I wasn't on the internet, so I didn't even know. All of a sudden it was just on the scene, and I heard that their Best Buy showed an ad that, we'll carry so many of them. Well, I went down there and they were sold out. I didn't realize how big of a console it was, and they went like hotcakes. In fact, they were like on eBay for $1,000. I mean, and the price stayed up there at between $800 and $1,000 for months and months. And I go, God, I guess I can't get one, And of course, so I kind of missed out on the red ring of death and all that because I never had one of the early models, and I just didn't know. At the time, I was going through some financial challenges, kind of in the middle to latter part of 2000s. And I said, I'll just wait until the price drops down. Maybe when it gets down to $500 or $600, I can get one. And occasionally I'd see the price get dip down to $550, $600 on eBay for one. And I'm like, God, I could almost do it. And I just didn't. I was having so much fun with the original Xbox and my PlayStation 2. I had so many games for both consoles that I hadn't finished playing all those games yet, with more still coming out and being produced for those older consoles. So I was in no hurry. I was watching the PS3 with enthusiasm too, and I thought that was almost equally as good. But I really found that I had a love affair with the regular Xbox, original Xbox, over the PS2. I thought the graphics were a little bit better, the lighting was a little bit better. It seemed like I could even run some of the PC games where the PS2 was a little bit more of a challenge for it. So I said, this time around, I think I'm going to get an Xbox. I had gone through 4 or 5 PS2s, but only one original Xbox. So I said, because it was reliable, and I had good luck with my Xbox original, I said, I'm just going to go ahead and get this Xbox 360. I even liked the way it looked with the new white, plastic finish on it and everything. I said, that's what I want. So, but I waited and waited, and it just didn't happen. And then 2007 and 8, everything just kind of collapsed economically for us, and it was like it was just a distant dream. And one of the last games I bought was Twisted Metal Head-On for my PS2. I kind of stopped buying games by then. I wasn't gaming too much in 2008, but I started seeing commercials, for more games. And I watched, repeatedly the commercials for Call of Duty 2, and I couldn't believe how awesome it was. I said, man, I want that console just for Call of Duty 2 alone. I never was really impressed with Halo, or didn't see Halo as something that I wanted, although I know many people love Halo. But just for Call of Duty 2 alone, I was very interested. Also, when I started off, I bought Wolfenstein back. The day that this came out was the day the price dropped in August of 2009 on the Xbox 360 Elites. I think they went from like $349.99 down to $299. So I said, this is good. It's $300 now. I can actually afford to get one of these. So I bought my first game. It's all I could afford was one game at the time, and my little, Xbox 360 Elite, and was delighted with it. We had a little 26-inch, very small TV in our bedroom that was a flat screen, and I had an older Hitachi 35-inch Ultravision that just died. So, I used to play all my Xbox and PS2 games on that, so I knew I was in the market for a new TV. We were happy with a little TV for a while. I said, that's fine. I'll play it on that. Well, I played this new Wolfenstein game on that TV, and it looked so damn good. I said, man, I can imagine what this would look like on one of these new Samsung TVs. So we went down to Best Buy, and I'd had a few drinks at a steak place one night, and I talked to my wife, I don't know if we can afford those TVs for $2,500. Let's just look at them. Let's just go over to Best Buy and look. So we looked, and we found a great deal on a $2,500 top-of-the-line 46-inch Samsung, which is a very expensive TV. My father-in-law had the exact same model TV, but a 52-inch version of it. And I was overly impressed with his PS3 and the quality of the picture. I played Uncharted 1 on that and was blown away. I said, man, I've got to get one of those new TVs to go with my 360 Elite. So we found a killer deal on one. It was an open box for $1,099. No, not 10. I mean $1,099, $1,100. Marked down from $2,500. I go, well, what's wrong with it? Nothing. It's an open box. The guy bought it, wanted a 52-inch, brought it back. The remote was still in the plastic. It had everything but the box. So I bought it for $1,100, and it was all because of this game. So I went out. This game is what prompted me with the Xbox 360 to buy that TV, which I still have today. It's been a great TV. In fact, I have a hard time rationalizing, going out and buying a 60-inch or bigger one, because the quality of the TV is still perfect. It looks great. It plays great. Even my PlayStation 4 1080p graphics, 120 hertz, it looks fantastic. But eventually we'll probably put it in the bedroom, get a wall mount, and then I'll go ahead and get a new 60-inch or whatever from my another Samsung for the living room. But I had to wait about a week after I bought the TV before I bought any new games. When I first started buying new games, I went out and I bought Full Auto. Was one of the first games I bought. I had already seen trailers of this and was blown away with this. I thought this was so immersive and so fantastic. So between Call of Duty 2 and this, I was blown away. And then not long afterwards, I got Grand Theft Auto 4. And to this day, I still love this, just to go and just screw around and drive around. It's like New York City with the streets and the overpasses and tunnels and everything. And I still love this today as an open world sandbox game. I took my original one, I don't have anymore, and I traded it in and got the complete edition of this. And then not long after, I got Burnout Paradise. That was one of the first games I bought. This one blew me away. The graphics, the sound, between this Xbox 360 Elite and the new TV that I had, I just couldn't believe it. I've always, even to this day, have a deep level of appreciation for the quality of graphics we have. I grew up with so many crappy TVs, and even the old Commodore 64 with a little cable in the back that plugged in the back where your rabbit ears go. And you just get kind of used to crappy graphics and waves going through the TV screens and all that. It's amazing to me what we take for granted today with the quality of these TVs and the consoles. It's really amazing. But the Xbox 360 really showcased the graphics. When I went from the Commodore 64 to the Super NES, I couldn't believe the difference in graphics. And then went in another quantum leap going to the PlayStation 1 with all the polygons and 3D worlds. and graphics and Road Rash on that and Need for Speed and everything else, I was blown away. I almost bought the 3DO, but the last minute bought that PlayStation 1, and I'll never forget that. That first week that I had that, and how fantastic and blown away I was with the graphics. And I said, nothing can get better than this. And the PlayStation 2 came out, and I thought that was the shit, especially with Twisted Metal Black. And of course, the original Xbox came out, and I got, Land of the Dead, Road to Fiddler's Green with that, which is not a real popular game. A lot of people don't like it, but I like it. And then even better graphics of some of the other games, like Cold Fear and Black and The Punisher and 007 from Russia with Love, and many other wonderful games on that. So it's been nice seeing the progress of the graphics and the fidelity of the consoles over the years, but nothing has really had the impact and the lasting impact that it still has of the Xbox 360. I just almost had a sense, a wave of sadness came over me to retire this thing. It's in perfect condition, no scratches on it, great shape. The original controller still works. I bought another controller. You can see the difference in the new controllers. They eliminated the gray buttons on the controllers and the gray directional buttons as well. Everything is just black. It's pretty much the same. It looks the same, feels the same. But I think it's a handsome design. I like the fact that they made the Elites black. Even though I liked the white initially, I actually prefer black because all of my consoles are black, and that worked out best for me. But not long after, I got Call of Juarez Bound in Blood, which I just recently downloaded last night on my Xbox 360e model. And then I got, not long after, at Midnight Club Los Angeles, which is a fantastic open-world Rockstar driving game that's just wonderful. So these were kind of the first genesis of games that I bought and just loved on my Xbox 360 Elite with my new 46-inch Samsung. I had so much fun with these games. The memories of playing these, I'll never forget as long as I live. And I've got over 100, I don't know how many I've got, but I've got well over 100 Xbox 360 games now. Later I went on and enjoyed Duke Nukem Forever. I'm one of the few people that actually loves this game, and got the Doctor That Cloned Me DLC as well. Mafia 2 was almost a religious experience in and of itself. I love this game to death. The cutscenes and the open world elements and the graphics. My jaw still drops with the graphics today with games like this. And then Game Rage, which actually plays better on this Xbox 360 than on the PC or the PlayStation 3. So again, and it's recommended that you install the disc, and I install every single game. In fact, I went last night, I've been up till past midnight installing all of these games, tons of games. I still have about 10 gigabytes left of space in my storage, which enough for probably a couple games, but that's pretty much it. I went ahead and installed, favorites like Max Payne 3, which I'm on the last level of this, or the second to the last level of this. I need to finish that. Far Cry 3 was one of the first games I installed in it last night. I got 35 hours in this. I want to get this done. Forza Horizon. I went down and pre-ordered Forza Horizon 2, which is actually coming out for the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. Now on the 360, it shares the same game engine as this, without the driver tars and without the weather. But it runs the same, 30 frames per second. It looks fantastic. It'll still have improvements over the original Forza Horizon. And then there's a special, completely new game engine that's more of a cloud-based deal for the Xbox One. So now I can even enjoy Forza Horizon 2. And that was another reason why I wanted to get a bigger hard drive, because I ran out of room. I virtually had only a couple gigabytes left, and I got tired of deleting games. I tried to install this last night, but I remembered that you're not supposed to install the play discs on this. So this has my memory. It's saved my save files, and I also have pre-ordered this for the PlayStation 4, so I probably won't need this. I'm going to give this to my friend Gary at GameStorm, because he's always wanted this game, and I know he's going to be excited for it. So Gary, this is for you. Steel case even. Fallout 3, I finally got a brand new Game of the Year edition installed, both discs last night, with all the DLC. This is one I'm excited this summer to go through finally. And then I got the new, he's down here. I got the new Enemy Front recently. I was really deathly ill and just couldn't play it, but I got this installed last night, and I also installed last night Grid Autosport, which I'm dying to get into. So I've got a lot of games. I don't know how many, I haven't counted them all, but quite a few installed in that new 320 gig hard drive. But what I didn't realize until it was too late is that when you transfer all the data over, it wipes your other hard drive clean as it's, you know, storing the new information, all your information into the other one. So now I have a completely empty, Xbox 360 Elite. So I don't know what to do with it. I'll probably put it back in the original box. I'm tempted. I have a couple friends that don't have Xboxes. Who knows? I might even just give it to one of them. If someone needs an Xbox, a good one. This thing works perfect. It's got a 250 gig hard drive. It's a great console. Still works good. I still have an extra controller on top of these two as a backup for when my nephew comes over and we play co-op Left 4 Dead or Dead Island or what have you. But I'm really excited about the Xbox 360, and I want it to last. I could always even get another one. I could see the price dropping even on the new ones down the road, and could get another brand new one just as a backup, just in case. So, because I've got over 100 games, I want to keep my legacy of Xbox 360 games alive. I love my Xbox Live Arcade too. Games like Trials HD and Trials Evolution, Call of Juarez, Gunslinger, games like that are fantastic. Hydro Thunder. I had many other ones which I deleted that I've had over Xbox Live over the years. Bionic Commando and a lot of other little arcade type indie games that I've had over the years and played, and then and then took off my hard drive. So I love what you can do with it. I love the fact that, and you can't even do this on the Xbox One, is I have a lot of music that's ripped into my hard drive, which I love. All my favorite jazz CDs, tons of 80s CDs. I have all installed and ripped the CDs in there, and I don't even need the CDs, and I can just, through my killer surround sound, I can crank all of my favorite tunes, and it has multiple screensavers, which I really like. I like, it's a great feature. Not everyone uses that. Other people have a stereo. It's getting harder and harder to even find a CD player or stereos anymore. So this is like a one-stop shopping. It does everything. I watch my Netflix through this. We watch, we even do like pay-per-view of The Walking Dead when I can't wait for the next season to come out in the box set on DVD. I can watch it through here. It's fantastic. Or Amazon Instant or Hulu, Plus or whatever. It does so much. It's really kind of it was kind of what was kind of showing you ahead of time what was coming with the Xbox One. I'm tempted to get an Xbox One. I'm just not real thrilled about the heavy cloud-based stuff. I'm still watching it. We'll see down the road. It's possible I'll get one. But for right now, I love my Xbox 360. There's only a few more games left. I pre-ordered The Walking Dead Season 2 by Telltale Games, episodic, episodes on that. I'm anxious to go through and play that after I finish The Walking Dead Season 1. So I have that, and Forza Horizon 2 is really they could be the last newer games that I'm even going to be getting for the Xbox 360. But it feels good to have tons of games installed, my favorite games. So I can quickly go in and play Left 4 Dead. I have like Battlefield 3 I never finished. Far Cry 3 I never finished. I have, I knew I was going to be playing, Half-Life 2 and Fallout 3, so I've got those installed now, which I'm really excited to play. So this console still holds up well today. It still looks great. It still works and functions fine. I almost felt that we didn't even need a new Xbox One or even a PlayStation 4. Now that I have the PlayStation 4, I love the graphics on it. Battlefield 4 looks and plays fantastic. There's more particle effects, more things in the environment. This new GTA 5, you can see more cars, more pedestrians, more blades of grass, foliage, lighting effects. The clouds look more real, the ocean, everything. I like what they're doing with the technology. I appreciate the better graphics and all that. But at the same time, I love these old games. These games still, I can be just as immersed with these as I can a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One. So I don't want to just get rid of it. I had some friends of mine that, back east that had traded, I'm just trading my, my new, or my old Xbox 360 in for an Xbox One or my PS3 for a PlayStation 4. I said, don't do it. Hang on to them. They're still great consoles. There's still tons of great games you can get. Now is a great time to get PlayStation games and Xbox games, and they're still dirt cheap. It's a great time to collect before they, could go up in price down the road. It's possible. Some of them will, some of them won't, depending on how many they made and how popular they are. But I love this console. Looking back of all the consoles I've had, I have had more immersion and more fun, I think, with the Xbox 360. I've had more satisfaction with it. Again, part of that is it was coupled with the new technology, with the LCD and LED and plasma TVs that we have now. But I still think it's a wonderful console. I love the Xbox 360. It'll always have a special place in my heart. Down the road, who knows? In 10 years or whatever, it could be worth something. I don't know. I'm a little concerned about Microsoft pulling the plug on it. We won't be able to have the patches and updates and all that stuff. But I think if you have all those updates and patches, at least for your favorite games, already installed, I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be able to play these games for years to come. You could technically have another backup one with a transfer cable, transfer the information over, and still have be able to continue that legacy of gaming for years to come. So that's my little spiel on the Xbox 360. I love this thing to death. I have some of the fondest memories. If I have a choice between getting games for the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360, quite often I'll get the Xbox 360 versions on the multi-plat games because they just look better. It's just the way it is. I still think The Last of Us and the games and Uncharted games that were designed for the PS3 look wonderful. There's no question about it. It has great graphics. Some of them you can barely tell the difference, but this has been my console of choice. This is the console that I've put the most into as far as game purchases and upgrades and what have you. And luckily, I've never had that red ring of death. Who knows? Maybe I'd feel differently about it if I had gone through 2 or 3 early Xbox 360s early on. But for me, it's been a fantastic, reliable console, and it'll always have a special place in my heart. So leave in the comments your feelings about the Xbox. I know some of you are not big fans of Microsoft. And believe me, I share some of your feelings. I'm not a big fan of the new direction they're taking the Xbox One in, but I still like the company. I've had good luck with their products overall, especially the original Xbox and my Xbox 360. So leave in the comments your favorite Xbox games, your favorite Xbox memories, maybe when you first got it, how you felt about it compared to your PlayStation 2 or the PS1 or the original Xbox. I'd like to know. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and enjoy your games no matter what platform or console they're on. Thanks.